Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Isaac and today we're going to be reorganizing my bookshelves, which you can see behind me. And I'm happy with how they look, but not really how they're organized. Like, the books just don't really match in my mind. And so let me show you the problem. So I currently have them organized by age group and then by author. Well, except here, this is like classics. So I have my classics here and then my adult right here, all organized by author. You can see the problem, like we have like A Court of Thorns and Roses next to like Life of Pi or My Dark Vanessa. Doesn't really match. And then here we have my YA, and again it's just a bunch of random stuff, doesn't really match. And then down here you can't really see, but I have two shelves of like middle grade children's books. And then here is, oh yeah, and up here is my Harry Potter shelf. I'll probably keep that the same. And then up here I have two stuffed animals, and then I have, these are like, I don't know, like other groups of books, so it doesn't really make sense with the age group I have right here. So I have my favorite authors are here, like Neil Gaiman, he has his own shelf, Brandon Sanderson, and C.S. Lewis. And then here I have like my graphic novels, and they're like separated from my manga shelf, which I'll get to in a second because they didn't fit. And then this is my dog books, I guess. And then down here you can't see is my science books. And a lot of these overlap. My dog ones have some science books, while they could go in all different directions. So I don't really know how to do that, and all my nonfiction overlap too. And then here, this is just a shelf of little trinkets and stuff. And here's a Pokemon shelf, pretty cool. I'm just gonna leave these two the same, not gonna change them. I just have some of my Pokemon manga. And then here's my to be read shelf. I don't think I'm gonna change this either because it just shows me like to stop buying books because I already have a bunch to read. And then here's my manga shelf. It's not really, doesn't really have an organization to it. So I'm just gonna figure out a way to, I don't know, maybe make it look a little better. I'm not planning on adding more soon, except maybe Death Note. And then down here is my Pokemon collection of all my other Pokemon manga. You can't see that either, but, and yeah, that's what I have right now. Clearly I want to organize them by genre, but I don't really know how to go about that. It kind of stresses me out because books can fall under so many different genres, and yeah, I had them organized by genre before, but I just couldn't do it. And well, now I have a lot more books, so hopefully it will work out. So I guess to start out, I'll just make a bunch of piles of all my books and see where they can each fit into, I guess, and we'll see how that will work. So now I'm gonna take all the books down and put them into different piles on my floor. We'll see how that goes. Like, already starting out, I don't know what, because with classics, I don't know like what constitutes a classic, or what about fairy tales? Do I have enough for fairy tales? We'll see. Like, what genre is before the coffee gets cold? Is it fantasy or? It's getting into a pile, I guess. And maybe I want to make a favorite shelf too. I guess I can pick out the books I would want on that. Yes, I have 2 copies of Ocean at the End of the Lane. I just haven't read some of these in so long, so I don't know which ones I should put on it. about Twilight? I don't know. I don't really have any romance, but it's not really like fantasy. I don't know. Finish the first shelf. It's a mess. Finish the second shelf. It's kind of a huge mess over here, so I think I'm just gonna save this for when I'm done with all of these, because I don't think I'm gonna change this part that much. I'll organize the piles and then I'll show you. So these are all the piles. So here we have, that would be my favorites pile. I don't know if I want to do favorite shelf, but then that would mess up my favorite authors. So I just left them right there. But if I do that, then I'm gonna like disperse them to the other piles. That's the dog books pile. And it's like right next to the nonfiction books, because there's a bunch of nonfiction books in there. And that's like my graphic novels and comics and stuff. I don't know if I just want to put that back into this shelf, but it's not, they're not all gonna fit, so I don't know. Then here's like classics. I think I might split some of them into like mythology. And then here's series of unfortunate events. I don't even know what category that falls under. Here's my dystopias, and then sci-fi, and then thriller / horror. There's kind of a lot of similar ones in, oh, and then that's mystery, like murder mystery kind of thing. And so there's kind of similar ones out of all of this, so I think I'll put them together. And then these two, I have no idea what to do with. I like those books. I'll have to figure out something. And then here's my historical fiction, adult fantasy, YA fantasy, and then children's fantasy. And then this is dark fantasy, I guess. I don't know if that's going to be its own thing. So it's kind of a huge mess. I have to figure out what I want to do. I definitely want fantasy to be first because I have the most of it and it's my favorite genre, and plus Harry Potter's on the top too, so it all match. So I guess I'll just start with that. That would be easy. I don't think it looks bad. We'll just keep going. Okay, that's all my children's / middle grade fantasy. Now for YA. That's all the YA fantasy and adult. Okay, that's all my fantasy up there. I think it looks fine for what it is. And then, so I have fantasy and then dark fantasy, and then I think I'm gonna go into thriller, horror, and then sci-fi and dystopian, I guess. We'll see. I have a lot more thriller and horror than I thought I did. Oh. I don't know how I feel about this. It's so hard because we have like Cinder, which is like fantasy, sci-fi, YA, next to really sci-fi, Project Hail Mary, realistic sci-fi. I don't know. I'll just leave it for now, I guess. Okay. Now we have horror, thriller, sci-fi, dystopia, sci-fi, then I guess mystery. Maybe I could give classics its own. I don't think they will all fail in there. Okay, I just finished putting them all on the shelves. I don't know how much I like it. Let me show you. So we have fantasy, YA fantasy, adult fantasy, dark fantasy, horror, thriller, sci-fi horror, sci-fi, dystopia, mystery, historical fiction, classics, and then just a bunch of random stuff I don't know where to put. So I'm not totally happy with how it turned out. I don't know if maybe I should separate series, or not separate series, like do one thing for series, or but then I won't have enough space for others. The thing that's bothering me is the bottom part where there's just random books, I guess. But I like how it flows. Maybe I'll do this part next and see. I don't think I'm gonna do favorite shelf. Maybe we'll just see how it looks. It doesn't look bad. I kind of like it. I don't have to move all those books into here, I guess. No, I think I'd rather have their each separate author. I think I need to rethink my organization. Maybe I just still don't have enough books for it to be by genre. I think I'm gonna take a break and come back. I decided that I do want to try favorite shelf, and then maybe I'll do favorite authors underneath here, so I don't have to put all of them into here. I mean, I like the idea, but I don't know how much I like how it looks. Try doing the classics right here, I guess. I don't know what to do with my memoirs, because that here is science, and the memoirs don't really match science. I really like the idea of a dog shelf, because I have like quite a few dog books, and I have a few more that are in my to be read that I'll put into there. A good genre. Oh, but this would go with my favorites too. And my favorites is all packed. Okay, maybe I'll just start organizing this part. Maybe I can put the Hyrule Historia up there. It'll be separated from my Zelda books, but at least it will fit. So now I can have all my comics on one shelf. I finished that. I put the comics, graphic novels here, and then manga. I brought Death Note up, so I'm planning on getting more, and then I can just switch this over and put them in there. I just took out this book. I guess I didn't really like it, so I just put it on the family bookshelf. Just annoying that these bottom ones don't really have somewhere to go. Okay, finally finished. Now I can add all the little trinkets. Okay, I'm finally done. I'll give you guys a tour. Okay, starting here, it's the same. Then down here, same. I didn't do anything to the TBR shelf. Then the manga shelf, I changed a little bit. I added the graphic novels and comics here, and then the manga starts here. And then this one, basically the same. I just put this one up in the corner so I could put that Norma figure in the corner. And I moved that down, and this is the same. The next shelf, I moved that up there, the Hyrule Historia. And I changed the Neil Gaiman a little bit. Just made Coraline going because I have some more coming in my TBR shelf. And then Brandon Sanderson, I just moved the other way. I might change that because then the light doesn't really hit that. It's kind of dull. And then here you have C.S. Lewis and then my other favorite books. So these three will be like my favorite shelves. And then here we have classics. I took out some of them and put them throughout the other ones, but these are more classics than the ones I took out. And then the dog shelf again is the same, and the science shelf is also the same. And then we have fantasy, starting with like myths, and then children's YA, adult, dark fantasy, then horror, thriller, sci-fi, horror, thriller, sci-fi, dystopia, sci-fi, mystery, and then historical fiction, memoirs, and then miscellaneous, adult, YA, and children's. Alright, so that was a lot of organizing, and it didn't take as long as I thought, but still, it's kind of stressful because I didn't know where everything would go. I don't know how much I like it. I don't know if I like it better than before, but I like how it's organized by genre. So, yeah, I'll see how I like it the next couple of weeks. Maybe I'll change it, but I probably won't make another video on it. I'll give a more in-depth tour closer to the end of the school year because I'm going to college, so I want to tour all the books I have right now because they're not going to be all together for a while after that. So stay tuned for that. Let me know in the comments what you think, and bye.